Okay, so today we're diving into this Siesta Key condo you're thinking about.
hmm
It sounds like you're looking for a place to vacation, but also maybe rent out for some extra cash.
Yeah, the classic have your cake and eat it too scenario.
Exactly. From what you sent us, it seems like this place could be the one.
Yeah,
It's right across from Siesta Key Beach, less than $900,000, boasts golf views, recent upgrades, and even says it can bring in some serious Airbnb income.
all the right buzzwords for sure, but we need to make sure it's more than just a pretty picture.
Absolutely. The location, though, I mean, come on, directly across from Siesta Key Beach,
Can't beat that.
not just near the beach, but directly across. I'm picturing myself walking out the door and practically tripping over the sand.
Prime real estate, especially for vacation rentals, Siesta Key with that sugar white sand consistently ranked as one of the top beaches in the U.S.
Yeah, and that proximity, I imagine, means you can charge top dollar compared to places further inland.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of dollar signs, this marketing material claims this condo is Airbnb approved and could rake in, what, $50,000 to $55,000 annually?
That's a big chunk of change.
It is. I know we're here to be optimistic, but is that even realistic?
It's definitely eye-catching, but we need to scrutinize that number. First things first, are those projections based on real data, from similar properties in the area?
Right, comparing apples to apples.
Exactly. And then there's seasonality. Siesta Key probably has peak seasons and off seasons, which affect how often you can actually rent it out.
Makes sense.
And let's not forget the less glamorous side of things, like management fees, cleaning, costs, all those little expenses that can chip away at your profit margin.
Yeah, death by a thousand cuts.
You got it.
Okay, so let's move on to something a little more fun. Those upgrades, new windows and doors, sleek outdoor tiles. They even got rid of the dreaded popcorn ceiling.
Ah, very nice.
Sounds like they're aiming for that modern beachy vibe.
Upgrades are always a good sign, especially if they boost both the look and the functionality of the place. Take the new windows and doors, for example. They're not just aesthetically pleasing, they can also make the condo more energy efficient.
Which is good for the planet and the utility bills.
Exactly. Two birds, one stone.
Okay, now this is interesting. They mentioned something about a $22,000 payment towards a $45,000 per unit assessment with just 2 payments left by July. What does that even mean?
Ah, yes, the assessment. Basically, it's an extra fee the condo association slaps on each owner,
Oh,
usually to cover a big repair or a major improvement project. Think like a new roof or an elevator renovation.
so is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, the good news is a big chunk of it's already paid off, but those remaining payments, those are definitely something you need to work into your budget.
And it makes you wonder what the assessment was actually for.
For sure.
Was it like an emergency repair, which could mean more potential costs down the line, or was it a planned upgrade that actually adds value to the property?
You absolutely need to dig deeper and find out what that assessment covered and if there might be more on the horizon.
All right, last but not least, they mentioned a pool as an amenity. Seems pretty standard for a beach property, right?
Pretty much a pool is a big draw for renters, especially families.
I can imagine.
It can definitely give you a competitive edge. But remember, pools also come with their own set of costs, maintenance, cleaning insurance.
Right. You're always reminding me to think about the hidden costs.
Got to see the whole picture.
Okay, so summing it all up, it seems like we've got a prime location, recent upgrades, and some serious rental potential.
Yes.
But we've also got potential hidden costs, maybe some overly optimistic projections, and some unanswered questions.
Yeah, I'd say that's a fair assessment.
So what's the next step?
Due diligence, my friend. Don't let the excitement of Siesta Key and those Gulf views cloud your judgment.
Easy for me to say sitting here in the studio.
Ah! But seriously, dig into those rental projections. Call their bluff if you have to get all the details about that assessment. And make sure you factor in all the ongoing expenses, things like property taxes and those pesky HOA fees.
All very important. But while you're crunching the numbers, don't forget to actually picture yourself there.
Yes.
Imagine waking up to that sunrise over the Gulf, stepping out onto that white sand, or just lounging by the pool after a long day of soaking up the sun.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Think about it. You could be enjoying paradise while this condo is potentially earning you money.
Now you're talking.
But the real question is, how does this property fit into your big picture goals? Is this primarily a personal escape or a financial investment? How much risk are you comfortable taking on?
Right.
Once you have those answers, you'll know whether this Siesta Key condo is the dream you're looking for.
Great advice as always. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got some daydreaming to do.
I with it.
26 TTH1.